Hey friends, welcome back. So this is going to be part 2 of that turkey hunting story. The first part was all suspenseful, this part's just kind of goofy. So today's project is going to be a bow maker. It's actually 3 iterations of a bow maker before we finally found one we liked. This is for making bows for like your reeds or other crafty things. So if you're into that sort of thing, this video might be for you. Alright, so back to the story. I had just gotten harassed by a bear, and I got up the next morning. Took a look around. I couldn't find any sign of the bear, so I decided I'm just going to move on. Sucked down some food real quick, packed up camp, and then I started making my way in the direction of a body of water that I could see on a large map. After driving kind of in the area, got out of the car, made my way. I was getting absolutely no results, and I was feeling a little silly and a little overheated because the only thing camouflage that I owned at the time was this old army surplus camouflage poncho, and it was hot plastic thing, and I was just sweating and dying. But whatever, it's the best I had. I ended up moving to a new location, different spot on the map, and after I set up my hide there and tried giving that a go, I finally figured out that the hide I was sitting behind, which is this big camouflage sheet of mesh, you could just about see through it perfectly. So that wasn't doing much for me. After sitting there for a while, I decided I'd just pack it in and go home. On the way down the drive, I'm having a nice little drive home. I'm very grumpy, mind you. I've just been harassed by a bear. I did not find a turkey after this long-ass drive. I'm a little miffed. But, lo and behold, on the drive down, out come 2 nice male turkeys. And they just strut right across the road, and I freak out. I stop the car right there in the middle of the road, and I start grabbing everything. Grab my decoys, grab my hide, grab my backpack, grab my gun, everything. Run over generally to the area that the turkeys were in, and I start setting up my decoy and the hide, and I realize I just can't leave my car in the middle of the freaking road. So I go and I grab it, and I pull it off, sort of into the ditch. And I run back, quickly walk, whatever, back to the hide, and I try getting out my turkey call, and I realize I don't have the striker anymore. I can't find it. I look for it in the car. I look for it on the ground. I can't find it anywhere. So I'm like, man, I got to come up with a new plan. Well, as it turns out, this one very particular spot, deep in the middle of the woods, had great reception. So, in this beautiful stroke of genius, I pull up YouTube, and I find a turkey hen just losing her mind, making all kinds of noise. And while I'm sitting there playing this video, I'm feeling like an absolute idiot. Because there I am, concealing myself behind a defective hide, sitting behind a bush, trying to use a YouTube video to seduce a turkey. Like, this is the dumbest thing I could possibly be doing. Well, the video ends, and holy crap, off in the distance, there's a turkey losing his freaking mind. Well, I didn't know anything about turkeys and that you had to go to them. So I just tried playing the video a couple more times. Nothing happened. And then eventually I decided, you know what? I'm going home. This isn't working out. I'm just going home. So I make the long drive home. And on the way there, as you can imagine, I am very sleepy. And I actually have some troubles staying on the road. But found some coffee, made it work, got home. Had a nice shower. And then that afternoon, I realized there is a turkey, not a turkey. I wish there was a turkey. No, there was a tick on my arm. I'm having a whole crap moment. Now, I'd always been taught that if you get a tick, you need to get that thing out immediately. Then you need to go see a doctor and get them tested for Lyme disease, yada, yada, yada. So, silly me decides to go do all that. I and my tick go over to urgent care. And they say, we have no idea how to help you. You're going to have to go to the emergency room if you want to get this thing tested. So I said, okay. And I go off to the emergency room. They talk to me. They sit me in a room. And while I'm sitting in a room waiting on a doctor, I am thinking, this is the dumbest possible thing I could be doing. I went to the freaking emergency room for a bug bite. What is wrong with me? Well, eventually the nurse practitioner comes in and she's talking to me and tells me that if I was on the East Coast, then I would be getting antibiotics right then and there. But over here, this far west, there's a 0.5% chance of that tick having Lyme disease, and so they won't start you on anything just yet. I'll definitely have more stories and stuff coming down, so just keep your eyes peeled, and I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks.